Hello? Anybody out there? Surprise! Do I have something in my teeth? Oh well. If nobody jumps in, I'm just gonna find something else to do for entertainment, I guess. Anyway, I thought that in my usual avoidance behavior, that instead of sitting here and looking through all of my videos from the trip, I would start a live stream and see what you guys are up to. Make sure everybody lived through the 4th. Yeah, all that stuff. Did you guys have a good holiday? I did. It was a lot of fun. My grandson and I had some people over, and I made for me, a pretty small batch of potato salad. I like to make it kind of creamy, but not too much. You know, so it has some chunks and some mashy bits in it. But I also like it with a lot of pickles and pickle juice. Just a little tidge of mustard. Yep. And then what else have I been up to? I think I'm finally back into the groove of being home. It takes me a minute sometimes to catch my rhythm after I go on a road trip. And I have got my final numbers. I'm not sure if I told you guys this or not last time we were chit-chatting about the total numbers of dealerships I went to. I have the total numbers. If there was anybody out there, I'd ask him if you guys wanted to know. It's 7 o'clock here, though, so that's probably pretty late back where my usual people are in Florida and such. So, yeah, there's that. I did bring a snack. Popcorn. Should have thought ahead to let my buddy Bill know, Mild Bill, that I'm doing this from Bill's Karma. It's kind of boring when you don't have anybody to chit chat with in the feed. But in a little bit, it's just kind of like what happens when I'm recording, because basically I'm just talking in my helmet. That's kind of what I'm doing now. Oh, check this out. This is so cute. It's a Route 66 button, and I got it when I was in a little town in Illinois where the Gemini Man is, and he's one of the 15 for 26 this year for the Harley Challenge. And I don't know if they spiffed him up for the occasion. I think I might have told you guys about this. I don't know. But he's huge, like one of those muffler men things, you know, that were famous back in the 50s. But he is all dressed up like an outer space dude with bright green metal flake coverall on and a helmety thing that's all silver. Can't remember if he was holding anything. But anyway, so they built this whole little park thing around him. And it kind of looks like you could turn in and sort of just park your bike next to him and grab your picture. But apparently people have done that before because there's little signs all over the place. Don't park here. This is a road. I was like, okay, people. Well, I have one person watching me. I don't know who they are. It's a secret. But anyway, so these nice people that were doing their daily walk, she said that they keep a pocket full of these buttons and they give them to people. And usually they wind up taking a couple of pictures for tourists every morning. And I've gotten pretty skilled at taking my own pictures, but it's always nice to have somebody take the full deal. Ooh. Don't look behind me here, because I haven't, it's pretty apparent. Well, go ahead and look behind me. when you look in here, you can really see what one of the things is that I'm stalling doing. And that would be cleaning. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and just babble on here and see how it goes. So anyway, they were really nice, and we chit-chatted for about 15 minutes, and then they moseyed on about their walk. But yeah, so I think I told you guys that. It was kind of interesting. Some of the stuff that Harley does on their challenge stuff is extremely touristy, and some of it is really sketchy. But I was kind of amazed by the amount of just flat-out tourist traps that I ran into on this one. For example, let's just look at our list, shall we? And I'm a big fan of lists. I don't know if you guys make yourself lists. But when I'm traveling and I know I've checked into some places, I go ahead and I go back through my Google Maps and I write down the date and the check-in spot of the Harley dealerships, because that way I know where to look in my pictures in my gallery so that I can sort out the exact picture that I want to turn into Harley. And I do the same thing when I'm kind of cruising through there and I look for the other photo ops that I need. So I jot them all down along with the date, and then I put the check because what I do is I'll find the picture on my phone, then I'll Gmail it to myself, and I'm sure there's an easier way to do this. So if you know how to do this and make it easier, go ahead and drop me a line. Let me know somehow. So when I send it to myself, I put a check mark. And then when I enter it onto the app from my Gmail, I go back and I cross out my check mark, make it a X with a little line on it. So yeah, and the museum is on here. Of course I took the photo there, but you don't get any points for going to the museum. I thought that was really weird. I did talk to somebody at Harley Davidson today regarding some things that I had questions about on my trip. And she was pretty helpful. Really nice lady. And it turns out she lives locally. But I'm going to protect her anonymity. Is that how you say that? Anyway, really nice lady. But we did come to terms on the picture I turned in Pennsylvania. And the other pictures, they accepted all of them, which I was pretty excited about. So that was pretty cool. So that gives me a total of 21 so far. So I've got 3 more that I should be able to finish off this summer. And then the Northeast states, I still got to sort out how I'm going to exactly go about that. I have a friend that has offered to let me ship my bike to his farm, and he'll unload it and then he'll pick me up in the airport, and I'll just continue on my way from there. Which sounds pretty cool, doesn't it? I want to arrive in the Northeast states with enough time to feel refreshed and ready to go have some adventures instead of crap, I'm tired of dodging weather. Can I please just hide somewhere? Or can I please just click my heels and be home? Because, sometimes it gets that way. And I don't know. If I told you that it didn't ever get that way, I'd be lying. I do love traveling. I mean, if I didn't, I wouldn't do it. But, so one of the things I'm going to build in on this Northeast trip is I'm going to plan it a little harder this time. I'm going to look and see what kind of stuff I want to look at. And I'll still add on things at the last minute because, I mean, it's not a lot of fun for me if you don't have the spontaneity there. So, but I'll have some places I want to go, and I'll have some built-in things where, okay, if the weather sucks, I can go do this. Or if it's looking like thunderstorms, I can go stay with this person here. Because I know a lot of people. I have friends in New Hampshire and New York, and I've got a friend in Pennsylvania. Dana, I'm talking about you. Trying to think of who else. But yeah, There's weirdos all over the place. And when I say weirdos, for you of the uninitiated, that is just loosely what what the term is that we refer to ourselves by. Pardon me while I'm spitting popcorn all over the place here. That was hysterical. You probably didn't even notice it, and I just called your attention to it, huh? But anyway, so I got... Still nobody popping in here. Oh, well. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 27, 28, 29. 29 dealership stops. And that's not just the flyby and click the button ones. That's the ones where I stopped and did a proper photo op at. The ones where I just clicked the button and flew by, I didn't count in this list because I didn't have to worry about going back and finding a picture to associate with it. Because realistically, I mean, if you stop at every Harley shop you see, you know, it's kind of like holding up a train to pick up a nickel. Oh, hey, Rob's neighbor, how are you tonight? It's good to see somebody here. How have you been? Did you have a good 4th? So do I call you neighbor or... I don't know. But yeah, so 29 total for those, and they have some kind of a perk. I don't know what it is, but mostly I have to admit that I'm doing a lot of these challenges for the points associated with them. And well, I noticed that was a pretty handy perk to have because I lost my isotoner gloves off the bike because it was hot and I was cranky and I forgot to put them somewhere. So they drifted away. Lit some leftovers off. Carrie Robb is the crux of my channel. Okay, good evening. So your first name is Carrie? It's nice to meet you. Officially. What was I ranting on about? Now I lost track. I'm a little tired tonight because I went to the gym today for the first time in ages. I hadn't done that since I got home, so I'm a little bit whooped. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, the points. The points benefit to you know, doing the Harley Davidson challenge things. They give you points, and of course, it's a big deal just to get you to spend money at the dealerships. We all know this. Harley is a corporate money grubbing thing, but I like the way it sounds, so I'm gonna go there. So anyway, while I was at one of the dealerships, I was like, I might as well buy a pair of gloves with my points because number one, they do expire occasionally, and number two, I wanted a pair of lightweight gloves. So yeah, so it was a hot day. I needed some lightweight gloves. And don't get me wrong, I love my Indy Ridge gloves, but after a while it seems like the tactileness of the fingertips just doesn't get it anymore. So I bought myself a cute little pair of Harley Davidson gloves. I will replace my isotoner gloves because I do love them, which reminds me, let me put that on a list somewhere. Isotoner gloves. Because I like to have them. Just because I like to have them. You know, if it makes me more comfortable when riding, that's what I'm going to do. Thin gloves are very nice. Unless it's cold out, of course, and in which case, it's a pain in the butt. And these gloves are very nice, and they're very thin. The fingertips are not as tactile as I'd like them to be, because that's a big deal for me. You know, I'm rummaging around in my bag for snacks, and I'm trying to, you know, like just do one pop here or there on my phone to mess with my route and stuff. And for some reason, my Cardo will inadvertently, or I don't know, maybe it's a Spotify problem, will just all of a sudden decide, oh, hey, let's go back to your sleepy time bookshelf stuff. And I don't want to listen to my stuff that's supposed to make me sleepy while I'm riding down the road. That's not good. So I try to get out of that as quickly as possible. So yeah, sometimes you guys will see me messing around. I love fireworks, Rob's neighbor, Carrie. Um, it's one of my very favorite holidays of the year. I used to go to the Indians and I would buy like a whole trunk full of fireworks, and then I'd come home and I'd start the barbecue. And this was the house. I had a pool at the time, and so the kids and the grandkids and the friends and everybody would come here, in and out all day long. And by the end of the day, I'd be lighting stuff off, and then I'd make the kids go do it. And so by the end of the day, they'd all be like, "Can't we just save these for New Year's?" Like, no, I want to do them now. And one year I got like a big circle of firecrackers. And my grandson was sitting in my lap and we were wrapped up in a blanket. And so we lit it off and it was a little too close. And it came so close to us, we were just covered in debris by the time I took the blanket off of us. It was so funny. But yeah, so I just love the 4th of July because it always reminds me of family and people that aren't here anymore and stuff like that. And the people that are here. I love having my family around me. So yeah, I was looking at the Harley dealerships that I went to, and some of them not so much as far as, good customer service. But I did decide that I wanted to give a shout out to a couple of Harley dealerships. And so we're going to do that right here and right now. Good and the bad, okay? And this is just my opinion. It's not intended to influence you to do anything in any way, shape, or form. I'm just letting you know what my experience was because we're 17 minutes in and Carrie and I are just sitting here having a conversation. So when I went to Rough Rider Harley Davidson in North Dakota, it was hot. It was late. I knew they were closed. I just went there because I needed the picture. So they were doing construction in their lot, just like they were at Yellowstone in Belgrade, Montana. Yellowstone in Montana, the ladies at Motor Clothes were nice. Service department, not so much. But at Rough Rider, everybody was already gone for the day, but I think he was the owner. I had lined myself up for my shot. Guy saw my plate, stopped, hops out of his car and comes over to make sure I'm okay, which, that's a big deal. And I'm like, no, I'm fine. I got some water. And because he did offer me some water. And I'm like, no, I'm sorry you're not open because now I'm going to have to get my poker chip in the mail. But I'm doing my challenge picture. He's like, oh, okay. Then he goes, well, wait a minute. I've got the code to get in here. Oh, really? So he lets me in. He goes in. He grabs me a poker chip and says, here, if you can, stop by on your way back. Well, of course, I didn't get there on the way back because I took a different route home. But you know what? If I'm ever in the area, I will stop by Rough Rider Harley in North Dakota. Unlike Fargo, North Dakota. I mean, they have a beautiful big dealership there, but they were doing an event that day. And I think I might have ranted about this a little bit already, but some guy, Harley's picky about their pictures for the dealerships. So I try to line it up where I can take my picture, and then I'll move my bike usually because I'm in the middle of things. And in this case, I really was. They were having an event, but I just thought, I'm going to be here for a second, then I'm moving on. I'll move my bike. So I didn't even get my leg off the bike, and some guy's over here, you can't park here. I'm like, well, I'm not parking. I'm just going to take a picture. Okay, but you can't park here. Not going to park here, buddy. Okay, well, what are you doing? Well, I'm taking a picture, doing the Harley challenge. Oh, okay, good. But you're not parking here. No, I'm not parking here. So several times we have this discussion. So finally I'm like, okay. So I park my bike around the corner, and by this time he's drawn a crowd. It was kind of funny. So I take my stuff off and chat with a few people, go inside and bought my poker chips because I always try to do that. I was going to buy a t-shirt there because I need a clean t-shirt, but I opted not to because, I don't know, they just kind of rubbed me wrong. So I'm talking to the ladies that are signing people up for the demo rides that they're doing out front, and they had a really cool challenge coin. Where did it go? Hang on, let me see if I can find it for you. Did I show you guys that? I think I probably already did. But, so anyway, I think I might have showed you already. But anyhow, so I'm chatting with her, and I'm like, how do I get one of those? She's like, well, you have to take a demo ride. It's like, oh, man. So we're talking a little bit more, and she's going, well, how come you're traveling alone? Who do you talk to? Like, I talk to myself. I'm talking to you right now. Everything's fine. She didn't understand the mystique of traveling on your own. But that's okay. People don't have to figure it out. I got that handled. So I'm like, I really want one of those, but I don't have time to take a ride. And I mean, they did the whole 9 yards. You have to put on like the Dayglow vest and their helmet and gloves and boots. Well, no big deal, because I got all the things. But and then you have to take a person with you, which is really annoying. I hate when they do that. And so I went ahead and opted not to. And so she gave me, the coin. Hang on. I think I know where it is. I have this whole big thing of souvenirs. I have more than that for souvenirs. More than that. I got a 1,000-mile coin. Keychain. ValleyHarley.com. I'm going to give one of these away. And I got a Let's Ride Challenge flashlight. These are all things that you get when you do the sign-ins accordingly. Oh, I was at an event here. Got this. It's for a monster, but it also looks like a great self-defense weapon, doesn't it? I thought anyway. Oh, here it is. Here it is, you guys. My trip did go well, Carrie. It was a lot of fun. Carrie, right? I wrote it down. Yep, Carrie. So anyhow, this is the coin that they gave me. It's probably backwards for you guys, huh? Hi. And this is the other side. But see, isn't that cool looking? And it's metally. And it comes in a cute little collectible bag. Yep. So anyhow, I thought that was pretty cool. I have to think of something really neat to do with these. I am going to have a raffle. I've got so many ideas for books that I want to build, you guys. And I have to get on that because Captain Jerry wants a book. You're in Wisconsin, about 30 miles south of Madison and 2 hours to Milwaukee. Well, you know what, Rob's neighbor? I was right by you in the middle of those thunderstorms we had a few weeks ago. Wish I'd have known that. I'd have bummed some garage space. I stopped at a motel, and I was genuinely worried because they were saying, like, tornado force winds and all this kind of stuff. And I don't know about tornadoes. I don't live in a tornado zone. So I called the Harley dealership to inquire if I could store my bike there until the weather was over. They thought I was nuts. Yes, it did get kind of nasty. But itemized list of purchases. Oh, okay. But yeah. So the other thing I did while I was talking to that lady on the Harley phone call thing today that I did, after I waited for like 20 minutes for somebody to actually come through on the line, we talked a lot about how to find what and where on the Harley app. Yeah. Yep. And so, Carrie, I noticed that they close at 3 o'clock on Saturdays in, yeah, in your area. Yeah. Oh no, that's Michigan that they close at 3 o'clock. I liked Wisconsin, but the roads there kind of sucked. And to be honest with you, that's kind of my opinion of a lot of the roads back there. They sort of sucked. The only time you could catch a good road was like if it had just been repaved. Rob's neighbor, are you signed up on my Patreon? There's a free version there. Hey, Pete, how you doing? How are you? Pete is up here in my neck of the woods, so I'm pretty excited about that. I made myself a custom cup. What do you think? I'm drinking cherry vanilla diet Pepsi. You are spectacular, Pete.
You live streaming?
I am. You want to say hi?
Sure.
Come on in.
What's up,
Hey.
everybody?
My grandson.
Its grandson doesn't ride.
Yep. What are you up to? Be right with you guys.
I'm gonna like roll a blunt and then probably go hang out with Tyrone and Dan.
Oh, that reminds me. Did you find that thing? Oh, there's that thing right there. But when you get done with it, I want the container. I found it under some stuff.
I did not find this.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow. Surprise drugs.
Surprise.
It's legal in Washington State. Hemp things.
And it's a cute little tin, so I'm going to make something cool out of it. My grandson saves all the neat stuff for me. So what did I miss? The worst roads, yes. You are spectacular. Pete, what's pretty sweet? You live in a bubble in the driftless region where it's currently hilly and beautiful. The roads around here are brutal. Yes, yes they are, Carrie. They are hideous. And Pete lives also in a rain shadow. Did you know, Pete, that Port Townsend is also in a rain shadow? Who knew? I also made it custom in that it has my name on the bottom of it. So like when I drink and I'm trying to bottoms up it, my sticker's on the bottom. But then I have to remember to hold it so that everybody sees it properly. Yeah. But yeah, I love having my grandson for a roommate. So I was kind of giving you a breakdown on some of the crappier Harley dealerships that I encountered while I was running around and some of the nicer ones. Yeah, Pete, I want to go up to Port Townsend at some point pretty soon here. I've also got to run up to 20, to the visitor center on 20, because of all the 21 states I've got, our state is not one of them, so I need to go get that done. I did go to a couple of interesting places. Ukes in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Have you been there, Carrie, to Ukes? I'm probably not saying that right. I took shelter there during a really crappy weather thing, which is not unusual because there was a lot of sheltering from weather. I still managed to, when I was traveling, put about 400 miles a day on, which is not all that good, but it's not terrible given the weather situation. The Moto Fest in Port Angeles in August. I did not know anything about that. I know there's one coming up in Castle Rock this weekend.
I'm gonna go smoke.
Okay, enjoy. Love you. So yeah, the dealership that's in Kenosha, Ukes, I'm kind of like, about them. I thought it was like, their restaurant in the dealership has closed down. Their snack options were like non-existent, and there's nothing. It's like they're in the middle of a little food desert. So all the employees decided to go eat their lunches in the little area, the writer's lounge area. I was like, well, that's kind of rude. So I went and I dug into my cooler and I grabbed myself a really beat up old ham and cheese sandwich and had that. And they sat there and kind of stared at me like, eh. But, you know, it is what it is. I don't expect that everybody's going to be thrilled with, wanting to talk to me and hear about what I'm doing and stuff, because it could be that it's not interesting to anybody else but me. And so I was trying to decide, is it going to be the more dealerships that I check in at, am I going to have a better experience or a worse experience, just according to the odds? I thought about that actually off and on for a while when I was riding, and I couldn't decide. So if you guys have an opinion, you went to boot camp an hour or so from Kenosha. Which service were you in, Pete? I forgot. Oh, my grandson's pulling the trash cans in. I can hear him out the window. So let's see. Motor City, Harley, really nice people there. Really nice. Oh, okay. My son, my dad, my grandpa, and my brother were all in the Navy. Yeah, I've been to Great Lakes. I went when my son was graduating A school, and it was snowing, so I rented a limo to drive us around town, and we went to the McDonald's drive-thru. It was so fun. What was I talking about? Lord, I get sidetracked so easy. And guys, don't forget to hit that like, okay? Yeah. Pete, I never realize how close or far something is from something else until, number one, I go there to ride and realize, oh shit, that's 2 days away. Or, oh, I could have made that in another hour. But yeah. So let's see. I went to this little place called Walter's Brothers. And the reason behind that is because my brother was named Walter. And so I felt really sentimental that day anyway. I was kind of in my feels. So I went by Walter's Brothers and I took a picture. And I'm just in this broke down parking lot. And the guy that was there, he was there working and he came out to check on me because he must have seen me on the camera. And either that or he heard my loud ass bike. The side piece is pretty loud. So he comes out and he's like, are you okay? Yeah, I'm okay. I just want a picture. He's like, oh, okay. Well, we're just here to knock out some work without, interruptions. And I'm like, okay, well, then I'm not going to interrupt you unless you want to let me in so I can use the bathroom. And he's like, oh, yeah, I can make that happen. I was like, I promise not to detour you for very long. So I went in, completed my business, came back out with a quickness. But yeah, Walters, Harley Davidson. And I am going to actually go back and try and buy something online from them. Just because of the name, and it kind of makes me smile. I can't remember what state it was in. Walters Harley Davidson. I'm guessing it would be maybe in Illinois or Iowa. I don't know. But anyway, I'm writing it down. So 3 people are watching and 3 people have done the thumbs up. Cool. Very good. I still don't know who that 3rd person watching is. I wonder if it's my grandson. Sometimes my youngest grandson pops in on these, which is kind of fun. He is not a motorcycle rider, but hope springs eternal in Grandma's veins. Oh, you guys, I did something so cool today. Before I left, I decided that I was going to put some really good gas in the Sportster. And then if it didn't start when I came home, I was going to call and have it picked up and taken up to Easy Street so they can either blow it up or fix it or whatever, because I was just tired of messing with it. So I never put oil in it before I actually get it to fire up, because the oil in it sumps really bad. So I like to give it an opportunity to let the oil pump up. So I went through my startup routine and I'm like, oh God, please start, please start. And it did, it started. Sounded terrible, but it started. Usually when it's been sitting for a long time, You know, the oil is all downstairs, like sitting in the flywheels and yada yada. Things have got to pump back around where they're supposed to be. And sometimes the breather that comes off of the top part of the oil bag will crap oil all over out the back and on the tire and on the chain, which, okay on the chain, bad on the tire. But yeah, so I should have taken it out for a ride, but I don't feel like unburying it. Because right now it's like the side piece is here, my badass bike is here, which is my Dyna, and the Sportster is back here. And then there's a freezer here, and for some reason I have a bird cage in the front garage. I got to get rid of it. It's really cool bird cage, but I don't have any birds, so. But yeah, so I'm probably going to try and unbury it and take it out for a ride tomorrow. I don't know. I'll let you know how that goes. If you really want to see how it looks, there's a video of it on my channel, of course. But anyway, that's kind of, I know why I got off on that sidetrack, because I was talking about Walters Brothers Harley dealership, huh? Okay, so let's go back and talk about some more people I liked. Talked about Rough Rider. Like them a lot. But not real thrilled with Fargo. Dave's River Valley Harley, they are in Mankato, Minnesota, where my niece lives. And I didn't actually speak with them, but I did take my picture there. And my niece went in and grabbed my poker chips for me because I knew I wouldn't be able to make it when they were open. I went to a Harley dealership in Madison. I think that was, yeah, just a really quick photo op. Yeah, went to Ukes, told you about that. Went to Phantom Harley Davidson, and I think they probably hold the record for one of the crappiest parking lots I've seen at a Harley dealership. Went to McDaniel's, which was really fiddly to get through. No opinion about them one way or the other. It was stupid hot. I went to Route 12 Harley, which is in Michigan, but it's in Sturgis, Michigan, which I saw Sturgis come up on my my Google Map thing on that particular day, and I was like, what the heck? But yeah, there's a Sturgis in Michigan. So I go out to this place, and it's like, if you've ever ridden in Michigan, a lot of the roads are like this, and then like this for hours, it seems like, and not much of anything else. So I do the this and the this and the this, and I get over to the Harley dealership, and I'm rolling up, and I'm like, no doors open, no lights on. I'm like, I check their hours, they're supposed to be open. So I go rolling up, and there's this little bitty sign. Power outage, not open, sorry. Son of a gun. Because, you know, of course, by the time you get out there, you have to go to the bathroom. It's a fact of my life. Yeah. So I'm like, okay. And then, of course, I also need gasoline. So I take off, and I'm trying to get back to my next stop. And stop at a gas station. Well, they don't have any gas. Okay, fine. Well, no, you can't use our bathroom if you're not buying anything. Well, you don't have any gas. I can't buy anything. So I leave. Go to the next place. I get my fuel there. I go in. Their bathroom doesn't work. So I'm like, okay, fine. So I go to the next place. Hey, Keith, how are you? We just got another drop in. So yeah, I'm just ranting a little bit, Keith, about the stuff that happened on my trip. Sorry if it's boring, but it's my life. Sometimes my life is boring. So anyway, I did eventually 4 stops before I found one. Hey, Kitty, how are you tonight? I realized it was Tuesday, and then I realized it was later than I usually do a live. So I almost didn't, but yeah. But I decided why not and see what's going on. I just put myself out of the live stream on my laptop. So hang on, let me find that. Okay. Yeah, so Kitty, what are you up to tonight? So Pete, I didn't ask you yet. Are you going to be able to go to the camp out in September? Crickets. Up to nothing. Well, me too, kitty. Me too. Oh, good. So, Pete, are you flying in or are you driving? Oh, you're flying. So what day are you going in? RV is reserved. Cool. So, Pete, I've got your contact information. I'm kind of getting ready to buy my tickets, and I want to make sure that I'm trying to schedule at least one of my days. Kitty, I don't know if the tickets are for sale now for the for that. I think he's probably talking about his plane tickets. Tuesday to Tuesday. Oh, that's a good plan. Pete, I'll get with you later to find out what time your flights are. Oh, Thursday to Thursday. Well, okay, so Pete, keep me posted because I'm trying to conserve trips to the airport for the people there. I mean, they've already said that if I'll come down and run volunteer services that they'll pick me up and stuff, so I'm not worried about that. But yeah, I'm so looking forward to it. I love Camp Out. And I've already got a bike to borrow while I'm there. Somebody's going to loan me a Dyna. And just so that I'm going to feel better when I'm riding down there, because I always wear boots when I ride, but I didn't this last time I was there. Keith, I usually get the best deals by just telling my daughter when I need to fly, and she finds the good deals. And you know, if we time it right, Pete, that's what I was thinking. They could probably pick us up at the airport, but I don't know for sure. Depending on when it is and how much side work you're willing to put in at the site. But yeah, I told Cindy I'd probably be down there a week early because they need a lot of help setting up this time because Colleen's not going to be there. Yeah. It's not David so much that we have to concern ourselves. It's Cindy. Are you going to rent a bike while you're down there, Pete, or what's the plan on that? I know, no Colleen. They have a previous engagement. I'm going to miss my girl. Rebecca will be there, though. And Cindy will be there. We will have everything we need for a good time. It is a bummer. Cindy is the boss. Yes. We just let David think he is. Yeah. Yep. I don't know if Joel will be there this time or not. You know, I think his name is Joel, the competitive eater. He wasn't there the last time either, I don't think. Can't remember. Oh, yeah, he was, wasn't he? I remember because he and I went to the airport at the same time. Yeah, the foodie. Thank you. Nice guy. Took a minute for me to get to know him, but yeah. So anyway, other Harley dealerships that I liked. I went to Big Barn Harley and got an oil change there for, I think it was $180. They adjusted my clutch for me and told me that somebody overfilled it, which I don't know. They wanted me to do a safety check on the bike, and I said, no, it doesn't need a safety check. It just needs the oil change. Thank you. So I got a one-hole oil change there with a filter change for $180. And then I also had it done at Milwaukee, like I told you. Not Milwaukee, Detroit. And they charged me $160. I wonder if the difference is because I provided my own filter in Detroit. I had one in my saddlebags in case I had to do my own oil change. Which, let me just tell you, I could, but I don't want to. Other dealerships I liked. I liked Motor City, told you that. Whole Shot, not so much. They're also in Michigan. It's upselling a common thing. Yeah. Upselling is definitely a thing for Harley, isn't it? So yeah, when I went into Whole Shot in Michigan, I think I told you guys this, everybody closes at 3 on Saturdays. So they can go ride. That's cool. That's cool. Totally cool. I wasn't going there expecting anything other than just an opportunity for a picture. And so I pull up, got my gear all on and everything. I'm from out of state. I'm loaded up. Everybody's on their bikes and they're all lined up over inside the parking lot. So I pull up to get my photo. Not really blocking them, but not really concerned with, what they're doing. So I go about getting my photo. Some guy comes out and he goes, "Are you okay?" Yeah, I'm okay. Well, okay, because we close at 3. I'm like, yet here it is 3:30. You guys haven't left yet. Well, we want to go ride. I'm not stopping you, but since your door's open, can I use your facilities? Buy a poker chip maybe. Yeah, but please hurry because we want to go riding. Okay. So he's really lucky that my friend likes to collect poker chips, because otherwise I would not have gone in and gotten myself a clean t-shirt and some poker chips. Because, I don't know, I've just decided on this last trip, if somebody's rude to me, I'm not going to buy from them. It's just how it is. That's just my jam. It's upselling a common thing. Yeah, they're definitely upselling a common thing. If you need this, let's see if we can sell you this too. Because I think they were trying to work their way into doing some clutch work. But yeah, so, I mean, when I leave home, my mechanics look at my bikes before I go. You guys know that. I tell you that all the time. I love my mechanics. If I had a problem, I'd call my mechanic. And not because I can't think for myself, because I can. But I'm not going to get upsold. Well, you need a new clutch. No, I don't. I really just need some adjusting. So they adjusted the clutch for me, and I'll get my Road King in to see the guys this week sometime, and they'll take another look at it. Realistically, it's still got the stock clutch in it, and I don't like stock Harley clutches anyway. So I'd rather put in, yeah, Kitty, that is definitely true. Good evening, Troubled Traveler. How are you tonight? Troubled Traveler, where are you from? Everybody say hi to Troubled Traveler. He's our happy 7th person in here. From Phoenix. Ooh. Hi, Kitty. Wow. Yeah, everybody knows that the bikes were sidelined. I don't know, man. When I got my Dyna, it was kind of funny because they were having some thing, so they gave me a t-shirt with the bike, right? So I told everybody, hey, here we are. It's a $40,000 t-shirt. And I just got rid of that. Troubled Traveler in Phoenix. I have a friend that lives down that way. Actually, I have several of them. But yeah, like I said, this next trip I'm going to plan a little bit more carefully with a lot of different potential possibilities. On this trip, I did a lot of the side stuff that I wanted to do, but some of it was like not really practicable. Like I went to the American Giants Museum in Illinois, and I highly recommend it, guys. If you haven't ever seen it and you're in Illinois, go check it out. It is pretty cool. It's not huge, but the whole town is kind of built around this sort of shtick. And I think that Illinois is pretty touristy. Pretty touristy. Troubled Traveler. That is so cool. My wife just bought a 2026 R6 and she got a random t-shirt from Yamaha. That's cool. Troubled Traveler, if you go over and sign up on my free Patreon, you can send me your address and I'll send her some stickers. Or if you can message me on Facebook or figure out some way to get your address to me in a private fashion, and I will send you some stickers for her. Is she a new rider? I really miss the back and forth of having somebody else on screen to chat with. So I will tell you guys this, but shh, don't tell anybody else. I am trying to figure out how to go about doing the whole live stream thing and have somebody else on screen with me. I think that would be so much fun. Kitty says, my local Harley dealer shop rates are higher than my BMW shop rates. And unfortunately, that's true. And even a lot of the smaller private shops are doing that. It's like Easy Street is up to quite a bit of money per hour now. But, you know, the prices of everything is going up. So, I don't know. I still get princess treatment there, so I love them. Keith, that would be fun. Yeah. I just kind of have to figure out how to do all the technical stuff on my end. And I will let you guys know when I start getting ready to do that, because I'm going to need some guinea pigs to work with me on it. Because we all know this is not my skill set. But I'm going to watch some YouTube videos and maybe take a few classes if possible. Yep. So what's everybody else been up to since the 4th? I thought I had a meeting tonight of a women's writers group. Keith, I bet it is easy on the phone. I kind of like doing the combo of laptop and phone because I can read what I'm doing on the laptop a lot easier. Oh, and here comes Bubba. Did I show you guys the gun that I got? Oh, I probably shouldn't say that on a live stream, huh? Hang on, let me tell you this. It's not a GUN. It's a plastic hot dog. Yeah, the live stream would probably be through the phone. I don't know for sure, because I don't know how to do them, so I got to figure it out. Isn't that cool? Yeah. I'm not allowed to have guns, so that's the closest thing I can have to it. So let's see. And then at Mothman Harley, I bought a t-shirt there because I like their name. Not really impressed with the dealership, but needed a t-shirt because I didn't have any clean clothes. Let's see. Motor City, told you about them. I went to Keystone Harley and I was looking. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's just a hot dog that squirts water. So anyway, I went into Keystone Harley Davidson and I really liked them there. And the lady, I asked her, do you have any little dealership stickers? Because sometimes the dealerships will just give me stickers for their dealership, you know, like the little promotional ones. Sometimes they have. Fargo did give me a couple. You know, the lady that gave me that really cool thing, she gave me some. But they didn't have any at Keystone. So she points out this other thing, and it's like $9.50. And I'm like, it's really a nice sticker, but it's going to have to stay with you for that kind of price because I'm traveling cross country and yada, yada, yada. And so she's like, oh, yeah, I totally get it. And so I was just putting my chips away, and she walks over and she hands me the sticker, I think $9.95 one, and says, here. I wrote it off. Go ahead, take it. And, you know, I know why she did it. She did it because word of mouth is better than, you know, not being happy with the dealership. And it was really a kind thing for her to do. So thank you, Keystone Harley. And if you're ever in the neighborhood, stop by. Very nice people there. Well, she was nice. People in the front of the house, they just kind of ignored me. I don't know. It's always like, I think if I worked at a dealership and I saw somebody from the other side of the country with their gear all loaded up and stuff, I would think that would be worth a conversation, or at least a how you doing? You need anything? Which way you heading? You know, that kind of stuff. I mean, I feel like I really did something. I accomplished something that I wanted to do for a long time. But, you know, my goals are not everybody else's goals, so whatever. You know, I'm not sure if I like this cherry vanilla diet Pepsi. I don't know. But I am thirsty, so there's that. Yep. So let's see, where else? I went to Big Barn, and our friend Bleak works there, so I got to see him, and I just recently saw that he's taking some time off because he's having back problems. So let's all keep Bleak in our thoughts and our prayers. Hopefully he'll get better soon. And Bleak, if you're out there watching this at some random point, I'm thinking of you and I'm sending you hugs, buddy. But the people at his dealership were very nice to me. And let's see what else. I know you guys are pretty quiet in the chat tonight. Is it because I'm boring, or you guys just don't have much to say? Let's see, where else did I go? Stopped at Lone Wolf on my way by. It's over in Spokane here in Washington. And I just kind of randomly stopped there because, you know, it's on the way. It's right there. Let me just go ahead and grab it as far as the photo op goes. I didn't think about the fact that, well, it was like 8 o'clock in the morning. And it was my last day on the road. So I was like done. So I just wanted to grab the photo and move on. So I stopped, got some gas, and thought, gosh, there's a lot of really nice cars out today. Didn't? Kitty, that is true. You do not talk too much. Hey, Misty, how are you? I was supposed to get together with Misty, I think, yesterday, and we both missed connection. Misty, if you have any questions that you can think of off the top of your head, go ahead and drop them in here. And if it works better for you, Misty, we can do a video chat. She has some questions about traveling. She's going to Rocky Mountain Roll. On the way home, which area has my hidden sneaky traps? Misty, that'd be great. And Keith, I saw your comment. I didn't know you could do that on the chat. So you'll have to show me that sometime, Keith. And yes, Misty. But if you have any questions, Misty, I've got a couple of videos as far as, you know, getting ready for a long trip. But I'd be more than happy to, you're not going till the end of July, so, trying to think of when I'm going to be up there. You typed that wrong? Let's see, Toledo, Ohio, Perrysburg. Yeah, I stayed at that town because that's what my grandson's name is. Oh, okay. GPS, you're concerned if you don't have cell service, what to use. Misty, when you're setting up your routes in the morning, do you use Google Maps for that? And if you use Google Maps, there's an option on your phone that will let you download it in case you're offline. So that's what I usually do. I when I'm using Google Maps and I don't know for sure where I'm going, I download it. And then to be even more sure, sometimes I might write down my key points of where I'm going. And that's helpful to me. What I used to do is I would take a dry erase marker and I would write it on my windshield. And then I just wipe it off with my glove. Okay, did that turn, did that turn, did that turn. Yeah, you can download your maps for offline. And that is my best suggestion to you, because I have been out in nowhere, Texas, and had my phone give out on me. Oh, Misty, I do all kinds of funny shit. You should stick around more. Yep. But yeah, download maps. Make sure you bring water and make sure you bring snacks. Also, are you going to be going over Lolo Pass? Keith, I have heard from everybody that rides that Waze gets their info, that Google gets their info from Waze. But I have never tried it. I do miss the old book maps too, but I don't miss navigating by them. I really like the part where Google will tell me, take the next turn on your left. Or I was traveling with a friend coming back. Oh, Misty, that's good to know. Thank you. Kitty, I did not know that. I thought I patented that stupid idea. But so maybe I'll look at Waze again, because there's a way that you're supposed to be able to change your avatar to be a motorcycle on Google Maps. But I sat up until stupid late in the night one night on the road, just because, you know, sometimes you squirrel off on these ideas. I couldn't figure it out. So, and Keith, I know you're really good at this. But maybe you can look into how to change my avatar on my Google Maps for me. And I will say that Google Maps did probably save my life on this last trip, because I always try to have it open in front of me. And I'm on a 4-lane road, right? Freeway. Going 90. Everybody's going 90. So I might be going a little faster. I don't know. And I do know Ugly Ray. I also know his other half quite well. She's a nice lady. What was it? Oh, yeah. So anyway, the thing that I always dread that Google tells me is, number one, there are police reported nearby. And Google will report it whichever side of the road they're on. Google doesn't seem to notice. It's not on my side, so I don't need to worry about it. Thank you, Google, all the same. But then all of a sudden, Google tells me there's an object in the roadway, and I see the cars in front of me starting to do this thing. They're like, it's like, oh, this is not good. So I roll off the throttle, start doing the whole prairie dog thing, you know, standing up on my floorboards, looking around. And so the car in front of me goes this way, way over onto the shoulder, which I didn't need to because I'm on a bike, of course. But I'm glad he didn't hit it, because it would have sent it into me. And there was a 6-step A-frame style ladder between the fast lane and the next lane. Yeah, Brenda's a very sweet lady. I haven't seen her for years, but we chit-chat once in a while. Waze is more user input to report things on the road. So it's not good for navigation? Is that what you're saying, Keith? And Misty, does Waze have a motorcycle option as far as lets you have an avatar that's a motorcycle? Because for some reason that bugs the crap out of me. And the other thing is, I really want to be able to tailor my map experience to, no, I'd just rather not ride on gravel or potholes. Okay, so Misty, I was going to surprise you and ride over to Amanda's with you, but I don't think I'm going to make Amanda's this year. Kitty, is that true? Hey, Baggernut, how are you? It's good to see you. Okay. Misty, thank you. I'm going to check that out for sure tonight. And then I'll go on a motorcycle trip tomorrow and test it out more thoroughly. You guys, did I tell you that I washed the Road King after I got home? I did. 3rd day back, washed it. It is a busy time of year for riding, and some of my friends have an event that weekend, which I can't miss. And, you know, they don't ask me when they schedule these things. But I had already committed to a friend that I'd split a motel room with her. So I can't really just like back out on her. Although, I don't know. I was going to have to go over to Amanda's and get a motel anyway because I don't camp anymore. I don't. I just don't. So let's see. So Misty, is there any other questions you can just randomly think of? You have 14 people. It's your slow time for traveling. Why? Because it's so freaking hot down there? Yeah. I don't know. You know, when I was down there, somebody told me, Troubled Traveler, about the whole, oh shit, 114? It was 89 here today and I was whiny. When I was riding down there last time, I grabbed a bag of ice several different days. Misty, do you have rain gear? And if you don't have rain gear, I'm going to suggest that either on Amazon or Troubled Traveler, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, so Misty, I would suggest that you have a Galaxy phone, I'm betting, right? Because I would suggest that you also make sure that you have some sort of rain protection for your phone. And 98 in Yakima. So what kind of rain gear do you have, Misty? Because truthfully, when I think there's going to be crappy weather coming at me, sometimes I just go ahead and I put my rain jacket on anyway because it's pretty comfortable. It's Frog Togs. And I always leave my rain gear on the top of my load. And that's because what I do is I pack everything up and then I put one of those spider web net type things on top of everything. You know, because at some point during the day, I'm going to take my jacket off. I'm going to stuff it up under there. But I also put a wet bag with my rain gear in it at the very top of that, underneath my, the webby thing. So it's easy to get to. Because you want to be able to grab it at a moment's notice. And I also, the other things I do with my rain gear, and this might seem stupid to you, but it saved my bacon a couple, 3 times. Well, a lot of people put their rain gear in their bags because they don't want it to look untidy and stuff. But, you know, I like to lock my bags when I'm traveling so they don't flop open. So that's an extra couple of seconds. Well, let me find my keys, let me unlock it, let me dig through this, and then everything in there gets wet. So I keep my dry bag on the top. And the other things I keep in there is my wet riding gloves. And wet riding gloves are heavier, of course, than the other one. Yes, I just grabbed it at Cycle Gear. And it's just kind of like that. And it's blue, so I can see the margins of it on all the crap. I deliberately got it a different color than anything else I have. And so I stuff my jacket or whatever during the day. It'll hold a bottle of water, even with all the bouncing around my bike does. And I put my my dry bag with my Frog Togs in it and my heavy riding gloves, a pair of rubber gloves that will go underneath my heavy gloves because they help keep your hands warm, and at least 2 of those super lightweight grocery bags, because I put some on over my first pair of socks, put my second pair of socks on, then I put the second bag on, then I put on my boots after I put on my rain pants. See, Misty, Keith Huntsman is the source of knowing all things. He is really good at looking things up for me, and so I kind of just ask him, and he finds information for me. So I just love it. Thank you, Keith. I appreciate that. Keith, do you know how to do that, though? Because I saw that you could do that, too. I don't know, maybe I was tired the night I was messing with it, but man, I was really tired that night, so that's probably what the problem was. Yeah, it's just kind of annoying to have your avatar be a car when you're on a motorcycle. I don't know why. I don't know. So that's my rain gear tip, Misty. Hopefully it's helpful to you. And if not, don't worry about it. I try to make all these mistakes so nobody else has to. Bagger Nut, that's a good point. He is a very accurate information broker. And really that is true, because lots of times I'll be doing stuff and I'm like, I'm going to have to mention this so Keith hears it. Because he knows stuff. So let's see. So Misty Peterson, we've talked about your rain gear. Are you going to be camping at the event? I bet you are, huh? I'm sure that you know that you probably need to set your tent up ahead of time and hit it with some silicone spray or some sort of waterproofing. When is the oyster run, Misty? I don't usually go, but if you're going to be there, I will make the effort. If I'm in town. It's at the end of the year, huh? I know, the storms in Montana, that's like the third day out. The second day out, I hit storms in Montana. Well, the first night I made it to St. Regis, and I tapped out in St. Regis because I was sopping wet, of course. And there's a really cute little Motel 8 in St. Regis. So then from there, I got up, dried all my crap out in the room that night. I got up the next morning and I had a chat with some lovely people from, come to find out, Wyoming. And he used to ride, but he was on he's now I think he was the amputee. No, he's not. My bad. But you and I, Misty, do not share the same view about camping. I don't mind the idea of camping, but for me it's painful. So anyway, the next morning I get up and go to leave, and there's a piece of paper tucked under my kickstand. Thank you, Pete. I will look at that after I get off my phone. Maybe we can all arrive at the same time. That would be fun. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So I get up next morning. I see this little piece of paper tucked underneath my kickstand on the side piece. And I'm like, oh, crap. Somebody hit my bike. And I always leave it covered up at night just because, it's less temptation. And in this case, that's no different. It was still covered up. So I go out and I pick up the paper and I'm like, oh, my God, please don't be anything wrong. And it was the people that I had chatted with the day before. They left me their phone number and their address. Next time I'm through Wyoming, please stop and see us. And I was like, that was so adorable. So I'm going to send them a thank you card. Thanks, but I'm kind of an idiot. I can show to change it on Discord, text out info, or make a video on it. I'm just catching up with the chat, you guys. Yes. Pete, do you remember my episode with the ants down at Forgotten Angels? That was extremely fucking painful. Yes, we have pulled Misty Peterson in here by way of Amanda Zitto as the magpie flies. Google Maps does have a motorcycle avatar. Yes, they do. Or screenshot it and send it. That's a good idea, too. Yep. Keith does know how to get a hold of me, though, so that part's all sorted out. And now that I've given out my actual normal, usual email to everybody, I set up another one for motorcycle stuff specifically, so I'm like, yeah, that was miserable. Right about in the middle of the first night that I actually slept in my tent, I found out that even if it's empty, don't take a food wrapper into your tent with you because those little frickin' ants will find you. Misty, that's where I met you, right? Dreamroll? Yeah. Yeah, that is camping. Oh, Dreamroll. No, I didn't meet you at Dreamroll. I thought we were talking about Amanda. You know, and it's like I want to go to Narrowsburg to Babes Ride Out because, like, that's supposed to be the big deal one. And one of the guys at Forgotten Angels has offered to drop a trailer up there for us that we could camp in. And I am just disabled enough to go ahead and see if I can pull that off. Can my assistant come in and drop a trailer for me? That's what I thought, Misty. I thought I did. And I am pretty bummed not being able to go to Amanda's. And if life changes, I'll let you know. Misty, I've got your contact information, right? I thought I do. Anyway, I know how to get a hold of you. Did you enjoy it? I thought about going to the Oregon one, but I don't know. It seems like I'm not really interested in doing something that I have to go camp for. But yeah, Misty, we can get together and meet in the middle and go for a ride sometime. She's up in the northern part of the state. Has anybody heard from Red Ryder lately? September, where's it at in September? September. I can't go in September because I'm going to be at the camp out. They changed it to Labor Day weekend this year because it's David's 60th birthday. Loved it. Was very cold. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. I'll have to check that out then, Kitty. Thank you. Yeah, I was kind of worried about her. I didn't know if we were friends anymore or not because I haven't heard from her, but she's probably just really busy. Boy, you guys can see all this stuff in the back of my workroom, can't you? That's my ink pads, and these are little bits I put in books. 60th. Okay, thank you, Pete. I don't know what we're doing for him for his birthday or anything. I was thinking about making him a book, but I don't know. Guys don't like books as much as women do, I don't think. Although that said, I am working on one for Captain Jerry. So let's see. Misty, do you have a bag set up between your handlebars? You're headed out. We'll message you offline. Perfect. Misty, I'll talk to you later. I'll put together some ideas and questions for you. Okay? Okay. Baggernut, thank you for stopping by. I'm going to get off of here in a few minutes myself. And let me know about the movie. Night. Night, Misty. Good night, Baggernut. We like books if they have naughty pictures in them. Oh, you're so funny. Hunt Solo. Hello, how are you? Hunt Solo, are you new here? I have not seen your name before. A collectible token album? No, Pete, I would love to see that. You should send me a picture of it. I always like to see ideas of things that people buy and then try to make a version of it myself. Dirty kitty. I know, isn't he, though? You certainly wouldn't get that by looking at him. He just looks like one of the sweetest people on the face of the earth. Oh. Hunt Solo, it's nice to meet you. Are you a motorcycle rider? We don't usually get a lot of new people in here when I'm sideways. You know, the screen orientation. Yeah. Yep. Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. I started out riding dirt bikes when I was 11 or 12. Prabhunja. Hi, how are you? It's nice to meet you. I guessed that. Are you currently still in India? Oh, want to remind you guys. Sorry. I probably should have eaten dinner before I started this, Huh. Anyway, I am a motorcycle rider and I travel cross country and I make books. We are just in here kind of discussing, we were discussing a friend's preparations for a solo trip on a motorcycle. And I just got back from a not quite 9,000 mile trip. Yep. Keith, I like fountain pens too. I love the way some fountain pens write. So that is what I do. And I like to talk to my friends, and this is our way we do it. Good morning. It's nice to meet you. But I was going to mention to all of you people that you can go to my Patreon. There is a free level, and join in on the free level, you guys, because I'm going to do a drawing for one of my books that I made. I'm not sure exactly yet which book it's going to be, but I'm going to give away one of my books. I know. Wisconsin is definitely a big deal on dirt bikes. I saw a lot of that when I was there. So yeah, that is primarily what we do here. We mostly just talk about random stuff that we want to talk about. I don't generally have a set thing that I talk about. And I usually babble on for about an hour, hour and a half. Oh man, my hair's a mess. Ah! But yeah, so you guys can join the free Patreon. If you don't want to do it at any of the pay levels, don't. I'm not worried about that. I'm just trying to convince my tax lady to get off my back. So you can join at the free level. I'm not going to be posting daily on the free level, but I will be still posting stuff there. And until I get more people in there, I'm still going to be confined to just pictures and typing things. So as my skills increase, my ability to post on there will. Yeah. Yes. I know. I've got so stinking many of those Harley tokens. This is the states. And the 15 for 23, 25, and 26. And apparently Harley will let you do lifetime miles. See, they gave me 40,000 miles, and then I got a thing for 10,000 miles, so it's really confusing. But apparently they're bike separate. This is for the Dyna, and the Road King is at 30,000, so who knows. But then you get to a certain point, and you get, that's it. And yes, I do beadwork. I do a little bit of anything that I want to. It's just fun. Yep. And yeah. World's smallest police station in Carabel, Florida. Yeah. YouTube is not very good at language translation, is it? Yep. So anyway, those are from that. This bag is, I think I showed you guys this on the last live stream. It is full of, from the last trip. Yeah. And so this is some of them from this trip. So I don't know. I've got to figure out a way to display them. And I'd kind of like to do it on the wall as far as the display. or maybe a room divider. I've got a spot in my kitchen that I could make that work for. But yeah, I don't know. I gotta figure something else out. Oh. Okay, so I gave you guys the pitch for the drawing that I'm doing on Patreon, right? We talked about my Harley dealerships I liked and the not so good experiences. Oh, I thought I'd be able to get more of them, but there's also the 15 for 26 stops on the Harley dealership thing, or not the dealership thing, but in the Harley world. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. I got the Gemini Man, which we talked about, the Big Muskie Bucket, which is in Ohio. And you guys, have you ever been to that thing? It is freaking huge. Oh. Yeah, Keith, I don't know how to get around that VPN thing. Huh. Glue them to the dog? The beads or the things? My dog would not like that at all. Thank you, Mr. Hunt Solo. Hunt Solo could mean so many different things. I'm not even going to go there. Chips. Yeah, that wouldn't work though, Kitty, because, well, he would really object to it quite a bit. Bartlett's, Los Angeles. Bartels from LA. Huh. When was I in LA? That was a couple years ago. Okay. Huh. Okay then. Yes. Yes, Pete, that. But there's also a free one. You just kind of have to dig around for it. And I would sign you up, Pete, but I can't do it on my end. I guess it's so that we don't stack the deck. Oh, really? Key Fob got a brand sponsor for dog treats and other doggy items. How do people get sponsors? Well, Key Fob's channel is much, much bigger than mine. I've tried to get sponsors and everybody's like, oh yeah, you're not doing anything over there. So no, we're not doing that. Oops. Are you guys okay? Sorry. Oops. My bad. I managed to close the phone cord up in the box I was showing you. You know, it's not really one of my live streams until I drop something. It's just how it is. Oh. So, Pete, did you find the free one? Let me go dig around. Found it. Yay! Thank you, Pete. I also give people a shout out when they're on my Patreon list at the end of my videos. Not that that's that big of a deal, but it's just kind of fun. We're at in Ohio was, what is that again? Keith, it was the Big Muskie Bucket. And hang on. It is in mid-Ohio, down by where the Triple Nickel is. Matter of fact, it's just by the photo op for the Triple Nickel. If you're talking about the Big Muskie Bucket. If you're talking about the Gemini Man, he is in Illinois. And he's kind of high up in the state. You guys, Harley Davidson did a pretty decent job of finding some of these things. Click on the 3 dots for join for free. Exactly. Yes. See, my friend Joe the Mountain Jedi told me that I needed to make my channel interesting at the free level, which I'm really kind of struggling to do. And now, Pete, you can go back and see what I did while I was traveling. And you can see how tired I was. And some nights it's just the incoherent ramblings of a madwoman. Seriously. It's a thing. How's Key Fob doing? I haven't caught anybody's live streams for quite a while because I've been tired. I talked to Sick a little bit the other day. I've got so many ideas for books that I want to make, you guys. But yeah, now that I'm home, I'm gonna try and do some posting on my Patreon, probably twice a week. Definitely once a week. And it's mostly going to be like peek ahead shots of like, you know, what's this week's video going to be about, that sort of thing. Or it could be some of the book stuff that I'm doing. It's really kind of like a view into the strange processes in my head. I don't know. Anybody else got anything they want to talk about? Because I'm about talked out here. I was just looking for Bubba. I had no idea where he went. Yep. Told you guys I got the Sportster to start today, right? Oh yeah, I told you that earlier. But yep, got the Sportster to fire up. So anyway, you guys, like I said, I'm kind of tapped out now, talking wise. So I'm going to have to get off of here and get started on Thursday's video. So there will be a video this Thursday. It's probably going to premiere about 5 o'clock my time, Tacoma time, if you'd like to hang out and discuss in the premiere chat. So I will be here then. And I don't exactly know what the subject is going to be. I was going to try and make it in consecutive order, but no, that's not going to work out because, well, I had a method to keep the SD cards organized and that did not work. So it's just, they're just kind of all over the place. But anyway, I will see you guys Thursday. Thank you everybody for hanging out. And hopefully this was something interesting for your evening. And I look forward to seeing you all Thursday. Oh, Han Solo, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it so much. Ta-ta for now, Kitty. And I will see all of you that are able to in Florida in September. Thank you. Goodbye. And I'll talk to you Thursday. Bye. End.